Hi guys, today's video is going to be a little hints and tips to kick you off with decluttering for Christmas, or December decluttering, whatever you want to call it. Lots of alliteration options. So last week I showed you that I decluttered my makeup collection and asked whether or not you would want to see some tips. And I think what I've kind of learned from moving house last year, trying to keep a lid on, or rather a lid off and things out of the box, trying to keep a handle on the clutter that makes its way into my house in the past year have been kind of some valuable tips. I watch a lot of YouTubers that are big on organisation and minimalism, and I find it really, really inspiring when I'm trying to get motivated. So hopefully some of you that are maybe trying at this time of year you need to kind of get a jump start on getting rid of stuff that you don't need, you haven't been using. Let's talk about clothing that you haven't worn all year, items that you haven't used all year. This is the time. You might want to wait until January, but if you do it now, then you're making space for those things that are going to come into the house over the Christmas season because of gifts and sales and all that stuff. But also, you could potentially sell a lot of it and make a little bit of money towards your Christmas shopping, or sales shopping, whatever you want to do. I like to leave money that I have made on eBay, for example, in my PayPal account, and then do some kind of eBay shopping, and it's like free shopping. It's just one shopaholic to another, how I like to do it. So I have 5 tips that I have come to decide on, not like definitive tips, but 5 points that I want to make, and hopefully they will be of use to some of you. So number 1, I've kind of already touched on, but it is be brutal. If you have not used or worn that item in an entire year, because this is the end of the year, it's a great time to do it. You can kind of look at it from an entire year perspective and be like, right, I'm gonna start 2017 with only the stuff that I absolutely love, or only the stuff I absolutely love plus the presents that I received that I don't love. How about that? And so you've got to kind of be brutal. This is the time where you can go through things and decide, am I going to wear it again? Do I love it? Do I not love it? Am I going to use this item? Am I holding on to this flameless candle for absolutely no reason? If you don't love it, find a home for it now. There are so many different places that are accepting donations right now, more than normal. So make up a bag of things that are worth keeping, but you no longer need in your house. Donate it, give it to friends, do whatever you're going to do with it, sell it. If you are bringing things in, that means you're only having less space and you don't have infinite amounts of space, I assume, in your home. So you want to make more space for the things that are coming in, you have to actually get rid of some stuff. Find a place for everything. This is a great one if you're a bit of a hoarder, like I used to be, and can still be to a degree. If something doesn't have a place, why doesn't it have a place? Can you find it a place? And if not, does it maybe just not fit in with the other things that you've got? I mean, I'm not talking about clothes here, because chances are all of your clothes have a place. You've got drawers, you've got wardrobe, you've got whatever, it's gonna go in there. I'm thinking more along the lines now of general clutter in the house. If it doesn't have a place, really, really consider whether or not you are using it on a regular basis, using it at all, and if you are, find a place for it. If you have to get rid of something else to find that place, maybe that's not a terrible idea. And if something doesn't have a place, maybe it doesn't have a place in the house. My next one is wardrobe related, and I mentioned this in my Finding Your Style video over on my other channel a couple of weeks ago. This is something that I've really only come around to recently, but I'm totally on board with. If you are someone like me who is forever going through their closet and thinking, I don't like this item of clothing, but I've never worn it, and you have that guilt associated with that thing because you don't want to get rid of it because you paid for it, but you're not going to use it, and so it's taking up space, but you feel like it's a waste of money if you do get rid of it. It's a vicious circle, and the only way you can really get around it is to really assess what you wear, what you want in your wardrobe, and what you want to add into it. So what I've been doing recently, and that's partly a totally different thing of trying to find more of a distinct personal style, but it would work for decluttering as well, is go through my wardrobe, really get down to the stuff that I only the stuff that I really like, or I'm wearing on a regular basis, I think flatters me, makes me feel good, all that stuff, all those buzzwords. But then I'm making a list of the items that I feel like I'm missing from my wardrobe, things that I want to buy because they'll go with something, or something that's going to complement something or make up an outfit. And I'm making that list now because when it comes to the sales, I am not browsing. I get stuck in that and I will browse and browse and browse. I end up buying things that I don't really even like just because they're in the sale and maybe they'll fit me and they're not on my list. I'm not going to buy them. This year I have a list of items that I really would like because I feel like there are gaps in my wardrobe. Those things will go with what I've already got, will suit me, or I've already been looking for them, and there will be no browsing the sales for me. So if you have been like me in the past, I would highly recommend making a list, sticking to it. If you're out shopping, you've got your list with you on your phone or wherever, and you can think, right, okay, today I'm gonna look for some boots. Or if I see any of these things on my list, then I can go and try them on. But I'm not just browsing, because I've bought so many different things in the past that I've loved the idea of, and they have never been worn. And it's such a waste of money that I've struggled a long time before I've got rid of them. A lot of us have a lot of stuff on display, whether it be frames or just decorative items. Because it's Christmas, we're putting out more stuff. I would recommend, if you feel like you've got a lot of clutter on display all the time, I would recommend around this time, try and take away 50% of the decorative items you've got out all year round when you put out your Christmas decorations, if you haven't already, because I have. When you do that, you may find that come January, when you take your Christmas decorations down, you might not want to put those ones back out again. You might not miss them. The idea with that is the more stuff you've already got on display before you even start to put clutter and rubbish and mess on the sides, it starts to look messy straight away. If you've got 4 things on a windowsill and you put down a mug, it looks cluttered. If you only have a couple of things, it looks less so. So the idea is just to kind of make it look neater, even if you don't have to get rid of things necessarily, just take them away and see if you miss them. Chances are you won't, and then your whole house will feel clutter-free. And my last kind of tip is dedicated to those of you with children or who live with children. Again, to do with donating, it is the perfect time of year to be donating to any kind of cause, but especially shelters. They will take books and toys and things like that, stuff that your kids have had use from and no longer are maybe interested in, or maybe they've grown out of it. It's a great time for the children to be motivated as well, because they know they're making space for new toys from Father Christmas or from relatives and friends. It's pretty much the only time of year that I can get my kids on board with clearing out their stuff. No matter what it might be, no matter which of them I'm talking about, this is the time of year where I can say, right, I want you to go into your bedroom or into the toy room or wherever you're gonna go with a box and fill that box with things that you don't use anymore, whether they be books they don't read anymore, toys that they're not gravitating towards. You know, these things come in trends. And it's a great thing to do if you can donate to a cause or a shelter that maybe can use those things that are really just gathering dust in your own house, as well as the fact that it's going to make space in your home. So that is it. I know that they weren't particularly groundbreaking. We all know how to declutter. We all know how to get rid of things from our homes, and we all know that we would be better off if we were living with less. But it's very difficult to get into the right mindset, and I find this kind of video for me to be really helpful to just keep me going while I'm going through things and trying to box up stuff myself. And this time of year, I can't hammer that home enough, is a great time to do it. So hopefully some of you do a bit of a declutter December or a declutter for Christmas, and you're already starting off the new year on the right foot. And if you've got any particular tips, real ones, real actual useful things that might be useful for those of us that are doing this, then please leave them in the comments, and I will see you guys in my next video.